One of the things that we saw this week over the last few days is our ninth topic, and that's actually more in the media side of sports. We saw former Celtic great Paul Pierce, who I think should be in the NBA Hall of Fame, had an Instagram Live incident where he was on Instagram Live getting a back rub from what we believe was an exotic dancer. He had another one dancing in the background. He looked inebriated, to say the least. I love Paul Pierce. I don't know how you feel about this, Brandon. I don't think it was as big a deal as it's being made out to be, but he did get fired from ESPN. So what do you think about this situation with the truth?
I mean, he's a retired NBA legend, and I think people are just making a bigger deal because people kind of knew ESPN was going to part ways with him. But the biggest thing is going out there, like even with this video right here, it looks like Paul wanted to get fired. Like he was setting this up. And I think me and you kind of know, it's like, are we popping up like exotic dancers behind us while we're doing this show right now? No, because we know it's not going to fly. So it's just one of those things where I think Paul Pierce knew exactly what he was doing. We're talking about the truth here. We're talking about one of the greatest Boston Celtics of all time, right? So, I mean, I think he knew exactly what he was doing. I don't think he wanted to work for ESPN anymore. And I think he wanted an easy way out of his contract. And in his tweet right after he got dismissed from ESPN, his tweet said, "Even when I lose, I still win." So you could see it as two different things. You could see it as, oh, he's just trying to play it off because he got fired from his job. Or you could see it off how I see it. And I think that ESPN had to pay him off and had to buy him out of the remaining part of his contract. So guess what? ESPN basically still paid him his full lump sum. He still got paid for basically getting a back rub and smoking a cigar, right, and taking a shot on live Instagram. So I'm pretty sure he got paid to kind of go away and to have his contract disappear from ESPN. And I really think Paul Pierce kind of said, I don't really want to work for ESPN anymore. I'm just kind of do some other things. And he said he's got some bigger things, better things coming down the line. And I have to believe him, honestly. I really have to believe him. Like I said, this is an NBA legend. He doesn't even need the money from, at least I don't think he needs the money. It's not like he's at Encore Boston gambling away every night. So it's like one of those things where I think Paul Pierce is going to be just fine. We love you, Paul Pierce. The truth. 34. If you'd love to come back on Comeback Sports, that'd be great. Come on in. We'll have a great talk about that Instagram Live, because even now that Instagram Live might be going down legend itself.
Oh, no question. I mean, he's not the first former player who's on TV or on the radio or whatever to have something like this. They don't always get fired. I mean, it depends on your contract too, especially with those types of jobs. There sometimes are clauses in your contract where if you do something like that, you're representing, essentially, he's representing ESPN when he's on Instagram Live doing something like that. So it's sort of a kind of a sticky situation there where you don't really know. You could fit on one side or the other. Jason Whitlock came out with a tweet saying that this kind of reminds him of a former player trying to regain social media glory. He compared it to Antonio Brown. I don't think it's anything close to that. I don't know what Whitlock's talking about there. Kendrick Perkins came on Twitter and actually defended Pierce a little bit, said, I understand why he got fired, but it's nothing like what Whitlock was talking about. So he came to defend his former teammate. Like you mentioned, I don't think Pierce is that upset about getting fired from ESPN. ESPN is now at a place where they're just churning in, bringing in and churning out so many former athletes that this is kind of the norm. Some people stick, like a Jalen Rose, who's very good on the air. I think Greg Anthony for a long time was really good there. And there's some other guys that, you see at TNT, the guys that inside the NBA are great at what they do. But other athletes just kind of come and go on those shows. So I don't think he was long for that job anyway. I think he's entertaining. I don't know if he's a great analyst. But he'll do something else. He's just that kind of guy. He's very charismatic and obviously a great player. I don't think he Antoine Walkered his money like his former teammate did. I think he probably was somewhat smart with it. So because knowing that he's a smart guy, and so I don't think Pierce is hurting. So I don't think he should have gotten fired. But if there was something in his contract that said he couldn't do what he did on Instagram, then I do understand why he was let go.
I think Jason Whitlock needs viewers, so that guy will say pretty much anything. And he says a lot of kooky stuff over the last few years. And I think, like I said, I think he needs viewers. But hey, kind of like we need viewers. So hey, if you're liking what you're watching on this show and you're liking this segment, man, subscribe to the show. Give us a like. Come back every week because we're delivering some excellent talent. And we're not like Jason Whitlock. We're not going to say anything kooky or wild or out of this area code. So yeah, I think Jason Whitlock just kind of talks from his backside a lot more than what he knows.